The teams are just about ready to restart at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Sports Complex. The Prince Moulay Abdallah Sports Complex in Rabat, Morocco and Angola, both potentially just one half away from a place in the AFCON final and from qualifying for the Futsal Women's World Cup in the Philippines. Women's World Cup in the Philippines is at this stage a bit of an understatement. Angola won, Morocco won the half-time score. Morocco won the half-time score. The dominant team on the ball. Morocco the dominant team on the ball. They stayed solid. They stayed solid, well organised. They stayed well organised. Found a response late in the first half. Found a response late in the first half. Their star player so far at this tournament. Star player so far at this tournament. Right now on the scoreboard, nothing to choose on the scoreboard. Between these two teams, both between winners teams from the group phase, winners both with 2 wins from 2 so far, with 2 wins from 2 so far. Now embroiled in a brilliant semi-final battle, in a brilliant semi-final battle AFCON at the CAF Women's Futsal AFCON. Who's going to the final? And who's going to the World Cup? And who's going home empty-handed? Who's going home empty-handed? As of yet, we're no closer to knowing. As of yet, we're no closer to knowing. Sayer has sent his Morocco team back out onto the court. His Morocco team back out onto the court. Nanjinho is doing the same for Angola. Is doing the same to get started. Angola, the second half to get started of this second semi-final. This second semi-final. All the goals in the first semi-final were scored after the interval. Semi-final was scored after the interval. Tanzania 3, Cameroon 2. Result from semi-final 1. Violet of Tanzania. Captain Violet of Tanzania. The 2 eager stars to the final. But it's Morocco who get the second half underway here. Angola the second half underway here. Angola who can push on and win this in the second half? Who can push on and win this in the second half? Joyce Victor just boots it straight out of play from on the touchline. Boots it straight out of play from on the touchline. Locked out of play. Locked out of play. Has to be hurriedly cleared away by Jamila Katombela. Cleared away by Jamila Katombela. Hooked out towards Beo Vidal on the right. It was out towards Beo Vidal on the right. It was reaching its target. Far away from reaching its target. Deflected early, but just in the nick of time. Deflected early, but just in the nick of time. Angola surviving the first mini scare of the second half. Surviving the first mini scare of the second half. Got the ball. It's scooped forward over the halfway line. It's scooped forward over the halfway line. Nicely for Jamila Katombela, but down nicely for Jamila Katombela, but to control it. Difficult to play. To control it. And Morocco have it back. Morocco have it back. El Madani, the goal scorer. El Madani, the goal scorer. Najri drops it off on the right-hand side. El Madani has it back on the right-hand side. El Madani has it back. Step over. There's surely a shirt tug there. Step over. There's surely a shirt tug there. Nanjinho complaining. Nanjinho in the technical area for Angola. That was right in front of the official. That was right in front of the official. Might have been one of those where. Might have been one of those where Jamila had gone down. If Jamila had gone down, would have been given. Maybe even a card would have been given. She escaped down the right-hand side. She escaped down the right-hand side. To continue. He was allowed to continue. Fired across. Not accurate enough. Fired across. Not accurate enough. Pinto. Abaji Pinto. She was very busy in the first half. Abaji. Busy in the first half. Abaji. Tried to skip past challenges, committed a few fouls. Challenges, probably fouled a few times herself. Probably fouled a few times. Not always awarded. Not always awarded. Good pass on the left-hand side. Appeals as well. On the left-hand side. Appeals as well. The Angola bench. Their hands up. Their hands up. It's been Demgraoui who had it. It's been Demgraoui. He's got it back now over on the left-hand side. He's got it back now over on the left-hand side. Demgraoui pass it across into the middle. Demgraoui gets back on it into the middle side. Gets back on it on the right-hand side. Forces it out of play. Vidal forces it out of play. Fired in towards the Angola net. But Lininha. The Angola net. Behind it. Lininha. Demgraoui right behind it. Again trying to make something happen early in this second half. Club Futsal. Besançon Academy. Besançon Academy. A few players playing outside of her domestic nation. Playing outside of her domestic nation. An awkward moment between Demgraoui and Hajj down towards the right-hand side from Demgraoui. Towards the right-hand side from in the face. catching Hajri in the face, and a few laughs shared by the two of them. Apologies and a few laughs shared by the two of them. It's game on again. Jamila Katombela winning the free kick for Angola. She's winning the free kick. A bit of a telling off. She's given a bit of a telling off for brandishing an imaginary yellow card at the referee. An imaginary yellow card at the referee. Goes foul count for the second half. Foul count. Ticks up to 1. Angola still have 4 on the scoreboard there. Angola still have 4 on the scoreboard there. Reset at half time. They've got this set piece chance to take. They'll go direct. Chance to take. They'll go direct. Too high. It never looked like too high from the boots of Jamila Katombela back down. The boots of Jamila Katombela back down. Kartar Bentaleb's goal. The crossbar of Kartar Bentaleb's goal. It sailed straight over with no trouble for the Morocco keeper. Straight over with no trouble for the Morocco keeper. Talking of goalkeepers, AFCON level. Angola surely came up against one of the very best in the tournament in the group stages. The group stages. The Egypt goalkeeper. She was forced into so many saves throughout the tournament. Really kept Egypt close in a lot of contests. Down towards the left-hand side of the court. Wasn't a bad one. It was the left-hand side of the court away. It was just tipped away. Last touch, I thought came off the Moroccan boot, but the officials thought otherwise. The shot direct. Finds a taker at the back post. Mahadi was in there, getting down in the box to try and prod it past Nininya. That's why it's worth a speculative effort. Futsal from time to time. The shot, futsal from time to time. The shot, the right flank. It's not cleared cleanly. Always deflects or ricochet towards a teammate. In a good position again. And that's a good position again. Just wide of the post from Souma Hadi. Second half chance. In a matter of moments. Rather more specific from Morocco. Exactly what they were doing there as El Madani sent it across. Towards teammate Hadi. Strong words, I'm sure, from Rosario Nandinho. Trying to get Angola fired up. Find themselves on the back foot again early in the second half. They could get that early in the second half. Well before the break. Morocco looking good. The cross. Morocco looking high. The cross for Doha El Madani. Angola trying to bring on Dionisia Jungo. Will get on the court. Katombela, incredible fitness levels. She seems to be everywhere on court. This time for Angola. Just evades her. Deflects off Katombela. Shooting chance. Wide across the face of goal from Meriam Hajri. That was a decent opening for Morocco. 2 or 3 now that they've carved out. Early in this second half. Needed to curl it in towards the back post instead. Way in the other direction. Towards the corner flag. Moving slightly towards the corner flag. Not that there is a flag in futsal, but Take my point. Morocco may have had the same dominance in the first half, but since the break. Nininya in the Angola goal has had more to do. In the first half. And at any point really in the first half. Dealt well without the ball before the break, managed to hold Morocco up and prevent them getting close to goal. Now they might be in again. Risky again from Nininya. That one looked from Nininya. To be running out of play. Souma Hadi was over there. I don't think Hadi was going to get to it. Diving in, just about half pulled out of the challenge, but might have gone against her. Put Angola in trouble. Hadi ships it down. He's cut out. Morocco keep it alive. El Madani. And the kick signalled. Favour of Morocco. Doha El Madani. Safa El Madani, SFAR. SFAR. Officials just delay the restart, but now they're ready to go again. Corner taken! Now they're ready to go again. Corner taken! This time it was Al-Kilani. Another opening. This time it was outside the box. It was drifting in outside the box. Malak Al-Kilani. Malak Al-Kilani, one of the top scorers at the tournament. One of the top scorers at the tournament. Never looked like adding her fourth goal. Never looked like adding her fourth goal this AFCON. Sliced the shot this AFCON. Well off target. All the way through it goes to Bentaleb. All the way through it goes to Bentaleb. Al-Kilani should get it back here. Al-Kilani should get it back here. Al-Kilani to the left. They go right instead. To the left. They go right instead. This time is off target. Wires cross for Morocco down the right. Wires cross for Morocco down the right. Angola have survived 4.5 minutes up against it. 4.5 minutes up against it. How long can they keep surviving? Can they keep surviving? Forcing the good save from Nininya. Forcing the good save. Got down low to her left, the Angola shot stopper. Down low to her left, the Angola shot stopper. Another Morocco corner. For another Morocco corner. Angola showed how easy it can be to score from such situations. Morocco cold at the end of the first half with the kick in from the right hand side. With the kick in from the right hand side to thread the ball through to Jamila. Angola took advantage. Got themselves on the scoreboard to level up. Got themselves on the scoreboard to level up. How it stands with just over 15 minutes to go. Of this second half. This Women's Futsal AFCON semi-final. To the left. They go right instead. To the left. The shots a moment ago. It's on the ball now. Low towards the far post. Emilia getting down to make the save, and she's made a lot of saves. First 5 minutes of the second half. To be alert. A lot of the play in the first half. She was watching the ball left and right. Rarely called into action. Long shots. Nininya busier in and around her own penalty area. But it's Angola this time who have the corner. Abaji is open in the middle. Goes for a Morocco ball. Angola yet to really get a foothold in the second half. Yet to really get an attacking sense. Pass is picked off. Back into the Morocco half. Can they make something happen this time? Morocco ball as well. Ideal gets this restarted as Adil Sayed, his team just dishing out plenty of instructions to the players who are getting ready to come on. Rotating subs into action for Morocco very soon. Strong physical challenge from Jamila Katombela. Egoudani to deny Zineb Egoudani. Looking to go out on the attack, Jungo decides to let that go as it's Angola ball. Abaji starts things for Angola. Down the left-hand side it goes. It's for Angola. Touched out by Egoudani. Angola gaining a few yards down the left at least. Katombela. Now an opening. And a good low save. Bentaleb gets down. Block from the Morocco goalkeeper to keep this at 1-1. Out of the blue, Lodinia steps up. That's all it takes in futsal. At this level, about how many chances you have. It's about taking the ones that you do get. And Angola might have another one here. Flicks it on. Into penalty area, out it goes for an Angola ball. Suddenly, just after I said they hadn't had an attacking foothold in the second half, well now they've got one. Katombela, who could look past her. Who's being the next scorer for Angola if indeed they are to score again. Against Guinea. Another shot against Guinea. Went down as an own goal. She scored twice. Against Egypt. tonight in the semi-final for Angola. Tonight in the semi-final for Angola. Putting in an incredible effort in the Angola jersey. Incredible effort during this Women's Futsal WAFCON. During this Women's Futsal WAFCON. Can she lead her team? Can she lead the World Cup and to the World Cup simultaneously the AFCON final? To the AFCON final. Yeah. Just over 13 minutes of futsal away from finding out. Potentially away from finding out. Still extra time as an option. Still extra time as an option. It would be on for extra time. The long shot is spilled for extra time. That's why you have a go from distance. That's why you have a go from distance. Defenders need to keep their cool as well in those kind of situations. It's easy as well in those kind of situations. So there to concede a penalty. Pinto there to concede a penalty with a hurried clearance. Having a go at goal. Just having a go. Just had a pop from way out. Just had a pop from way out. With a rare mistake. With a rare mistake. Came out. Stay solid. This time they make the block. Solid. This time they make the block. Corey. Sent it in and it's off the bar and away. Sent it in and it's off the bar and away. The second time in quick succession that Ella Ufi tried a driving effort from distance. Rolled back from the kick-in. This time it was rolled back from the kick-in. The crossbar. And it clattered the crossbar. Shaking the dust. Shaking the Angola crossbar at least. That's the Angola crossbar at least. Morocco have it back. Morocco have it back. Up to the halfway line they go. Eludani. Halfway line they go. Pass out to the left. Good pass out to the left. Alkilani just leaned back after miscontrolling it. Just allowed Angola after miscontrolling it. To nip in and take the ball. To nip in and take the ball. Morocco have it in the centre circle. Corey drops it off and now she's in space over on the left-hand side. It's fired in towards the goal. Could easily have taken a deflection from Abaji. For an own goal. Ninidia for an own goal. The stop. Morocco now pushing. The stop. Game coming to life. Now pushing. And Morocco have the penalty. Handball. Eleuteria Abaji Pinto. Well, a moment of fortune perhaps for Morocco. Maybe they've earned it with their play in this second half. From that distance. Wow. It is a close one. Put the arm out, the number 2, Abaji Pinto. She tried to take it back. She tried to hit the upper arm. It certainly hit the upper arm. Definitely wasn't the hand or the forearm. Somewhere up towards the shoulder. There's certainly a bit of bicep involved. Abaji Pinto with the foul. The 6-metre penalty coming up. For Morocco in goal. Backup goalkeeper. Ambrosia. Abaji Pinto has to step back. Ambrosia in goal for Angola. Malak Alkilani just wants to take control of this situation again. Moved out of the way of her runner. Listen to the crowd. As Alkilani steps up for this huge chance. Alkilani at the goalkeeper and it's saved. And on the follow-up, it is off target. Delight for Angola, who celebrate that as if it were a goal. It was struck with power from the number 11, Alkilani. But it was too central. Isabel Ambrosia Francisco coming up with a huge stop. This game at 1-1. To keep this game at 1-1. Control on the right side from Ella Ufi. Angola ball. It seems that at this Women's Futsal WAFCON, the games just go back and forth in terms of their momentum. One team seems to be up against it. They often find a way to score at the other end. There was the chance to do exactly that for Jamila Katombela. Having saved the penalty. having saved the penalty. Angola went down the other end of the court, and now Kautar Bentaleb forced into two really good stops in this second half. He said Nininha at the other end has been busier, but to be fair, so has Kautar Bentaleb, who barely had to make a save in the first half. Shot directly. This will be shot directly with the effort. Angola will be able to keep it in the attacking half. Not been able to do a lot of in this game. Marking towards the front post. She'll have to make sure she doesn't handball it. With the strike. From the angle on the right. That was comfortable in the end for Bentaleb. Space maybe for Morocco. Instead, Angola can bring it back in the other direction. The counter could be on. Joyce Victor appealing for the free kick. It's not coming. Space to shoot. It's not coming. It's loose on the rebound. Shot off target. That was a dangerous break. And the game is opening up a little bit here in this semi-final. Angola 1, Morocco 1. Morocco 1. Another thriller at the CAF Women's Futsal WAFCON. The first semi-final had all the tension and drama that you could want. This one's got it too. Games in the context of the competition as a whole. High quality matchups too. Tanzania edged through by 3 goals to 2 against Cameroon from the first semi-final. Cameroon getting through. As the lucky second place team. Tanzania, a really good game in semi-final 1. Winners. Morocco and Angola serving up another dramatic semi-final. Morocco 1 still. Angola 1, Morocco 1 still. Not quite yet at the halfway point. Second half. Sends it to the right. Good ball into the middle. Gets it out to the right side. Free kick, but they've got to be careful. If you don't get it, into position ASAP. Leo Vidal leads it down the right. The free kick. The ball will be theirs anyway. Not fouled. There's a look at the earlier chance for Jamila Katombela just after the saved penalty. Now Morocco trying to break away at pace. Touha El Madani by the edge of the box. She's always a dangerous player. She's always an outlet for this Morocco team. She's the one who scored in the first half. He's only a caution away from missing the final as well, the number 2, El Madani. Get it back. Can they take it anywhere though? They have to pass it back. Passing though in front of their own goal. Leo Vidal forward. Pass picked off. 3 forward. Pass picked off. In white for Morocco. Shot from the angle. It's in from the angle. And Morocco lead by 2 goals to 1. Zineb Eroudani. Well, the trio pose for what will be a memorable photo if Morocco go on to win this semi-final. A finish of real quality from the number 3, Eroudani. They've had better chances in this second half. But they haven't been as clinical as that. Look at the reaction as well. She planted it right in the corner. Laid back down on the court. And just laid back satisfied with the efforts of that particular break forward for Morocco. They're back in front in the second semi-final. Angola win it back in the corner again. There's a shirt tug there. Angola get away. Not cool. Does Angola get away? So 10 minutes have elapsed. Half of this second semi-final. The atmosphere has just gone up a notch. After Morocco have put themselves back in front in the space in the middle if they can get the ball over there. go out of play, but it's all the way through to Nininya. Back into play to get things restarted for Angola. Responded well in the first half to level things up. They come from behind again. And they come from behind again. They have had chances of their own in this second half, Angola. With two really strong saves. To give Morocco the platform upon which they have now built. With the goal from Erudani. Sumahadi restarts play. 9 minutes to go in the second half. Hadi leads it on. She'll get it back on the right-hand side. Challenge from the number 7, Bale Vidal. Out it goes. Angola ball is the end result. Simba is getting ready to come back on for Angola. Tunisia Jungo's going to come on as well. Got a very young bench, all in all, Angola. Nearly coming, just 18 years of age. Udifat 19. The goalkeeper who came on and saved the penalty, just 19 as well. Might have the same level of experience to call upon. Great pass to the right-hand side. Can they get it across? Tunisia Jungo, who's just come back on. Angola don't have the same depth of changes. Could imagine that might make a difference now. Last 8.5 minutes, that had to be blocked away. Simba it was. Turning it out, crucially not turning it out. Straight towards a player in white. Shot coming in, it's blocked inside the box. It appeals from Meriam Hajri, away it will go for a Morocco ball. Go back to the halfway line with it. Hajri sends it on. Clock ticking down already in this second half now. That will feel especially true for Angola, who now find themselves behind. They need a goal in the remaining 8 minutes. Got to get a goal while staying tight at the back too. Good ball across, and how about that for a finish? Jasmine Demraoui with an absolute stunner for Morocco, and they lead 3-1 now. That is a contender for goal of the tournament. A thunderbolt from the centre, Jasmine Demraoui. There is nothing at all that Nininya could have done about that. She caught it on the bounce. It came right off the sweet spot. Destination back of the net. That was going nowhere else. Joy for Jasmine Demraoui. Elation for the crowd in Rabat. Morocco 3, Angola 1. And in a tight game like this, it's already looking like a long way back. Never rule anybody out. Tenacious, especially as this Angola team. They fought brilliantly in the group stages to get the 2 wins, but now they're going to have to leave spaces in behind. Nininya with a big stop there. Down towards the edge of the box. This is how it will have to be for the next 7.5 minutes. Morocco have earned themselves the right to play without risks. For Angola to commit forward. Angola must push into the Morocco half. Must try and win the ball in positions like this one. Can't quite keep it on. Well, the crowd are still settling themselves, really, after that fantastic goal from Demraoui. What a contrast to some of the goals she scored in the group stages. Demraoui was something of a move finisher in the groups. Brilliant passing work from Morocco. With all due respect to the teams that they beat, the against lesser opposition in those games. Morocco were able to pass the ball around at will. Tim Raoui had something of a reputation of being a move finisher, somebody to just dart into the box, tap the ball into the empty net. This goal couldn't have been a more polar opposite to that. She absolutely leathered it in on the bounce. Here she is again, down on the right-hand side. Morocco have it back. Chance to shoot from distance again. This time it's Meryem Hajri who was just bursting in. Snuck through between two red shirts. You can see the anticipation on the Morocco bench. Everybody shuffling around in their seats, shifting backwards and forwards. They are on the brink of the Women's Futsal WAFCON final, and they are on the brink, therefore, of a place at the World Cup. Angola needs something. If they can get back within one, well, then it only takes a second to score an equaliser and send this to extra time. But Morocco are in the driving seat now at 3-1. Foul by Jamila Katombela. It was a clumsy challenge. There's going to be a bit of desperation in it for Angola now. They have to go forward. They have to throw themselves into these challenges and hope that they can just pick off a loose ball here or there and open up a good opportunity and maybe cause a few nerves to creep in for Adil Sayer and Morocco. Morocco on the break. This should be the next one, and it is another goal to add some gloss to the scoreboard. Doha El Madani again. Angola caught out at the back. Nothing that Nininha could do, and Morocco extend the lead. We thought the latter stages might prove difficult for Rosario Nandinho and his Angola team. They just don't have the depth on the bench, and El Madani took advantage. Joyce Victor and Filomena Agostinho Nininha unable to stop that. They both got behind it initially. The rebound fell kindly for Doha El Madani, and she was able to slot it home for 4-1 Morocco. Well, if they were on the cusp of the final before, surely they've all but sealed it now. Angola timeout, 6:32 on the clock. Well, suddenly it's turned into a bit of a party atmosphere at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Sports Complex. We are in Rabat, of course. Morocco, the home nation. And the crowd getting behind their home team. Morocco getting the job done right now. Quick pass forward from the centre. It was a good idea. Down goes Beo Vidal. This time the free kick has been given, and she's angry as well. Got to keep a cool head here. Kantar Bentaleb over to lead away Isabel Vidal. Yes, frustration at being fouled. I'm sure a lot of that comes from being 4-1 down. Having played such a good game and such a good tournament, Angola, they've done nothing wrong really. Really held their own in this contest against an excellent Morocco team too. Morocco have the home advantage, of course. They've got the crowd behind them. They've also got a huge amount of talent throughout Adil Sayer's squad. Angola have proven that they really are a force to be reckoned with in women's futsal. It does look like Morocco will be heading on to the final, and if they do, they will be the favourites again when they play against Tanzania. There's still 6.5 minutes for Angola to do something about this. And it will take a comeback of monumental proportions now in this arena. Jamila Katombela. Set play chance for Angola. Katombela goes direct, tried to pick out the top corner on the near side. Al-Kilani has been useful in front of goal at the other end in this tournament. This time doing her defensive duties, blocking the set play. So we've got Nininha down on court, not for the first time today. What's happened here then, I wonder? I was watching the set play down at the other end of the court. Suddenly, Nininha in blue has gone down. The crowd really enjoying what they're seeing here. There are a pocket of Angola supporters when their team equalised at 1-1. The dream was very much still on. It looks a bit different now at 4-1 down. Jamila Katombela will be forced to come back to the right spots to get this kicked in. It's rolled back for the shots. It took a touch on its way through. Abaji Pinto with the shot as it was rolled back towards her. It's earned Angola a corner. The clock barely moving at this point in the second half. Morocco will want to start picking up possession again, trying to get that clock moving down. At the moment it's stop, start, stop, start. Down it goes. And after it crossed the halfway line, Morocco have the chance to take over. Luckily for Angola, the officials said it had to come back to the other side. Rush keepers at the moment almost for Angola, who are trying to make use of an extra player. They need that extra outlet to try and mount an unlikely comeback here now, as Morocco and the fans greet every pass with an ole. Once it goes for an Angola ball. Angola will be playing empty-netted again. Simba Rita Ngoy, the tallest member of the team. She's a switch goalkeeper, playing in the goalkeeper's jersey, playing outfield too. Out of play it goes. Simba's going to have to sprint back, either to get between the posts and get in goal, or she'll be quickly substituted by Nininha. Well, Angola have to try it at this stage. There's no other option. Morocco may well get a chance to add a fifth into an empty net at some point. Angola just try to keep their slim hopes alive. Simba lets it go. She couldn't afford to do that. Now there's a problem. This time she'll win it back. Simba in the nick of time. Can Angola keep it in on the left side? They can. Simba. Empty net now. Forward in search of goal number 5. Shot from the angle. Simba gets down to make the save. Angola living on the edge, but they've got it forward. Lodinha back into the centre circle. Simba the extra option over on the right side. Angola used the number 11. He can shoot from distance, Simba. Good passing. Angola have the extra opening. They need to not just pass it, they need to make something of it. And they need to do that quickly. Shot fired off from the right-hand side. Lodinha blocked, but out it goes for an Angola ball. Angola corner. It's rolled back. Is there a shot from range? Not this time. Just stays on the right side of the halfway line. Morocco can't quite win it back. It's on the touchline. Surely a drag back there. There's been a few of those today that haven't been spotted, but this time Tunisia Jungo gets the free kick for Angola. 3:50 left on the clock. Time ticking away, and it's in Morocco's favour at 4-1 up. Simba. Simba, the flying goalie. She's had plenty of touches of the ball. Out towards the byline, good play. Angola corner again. Yeah, pushing and probing, but the task in hand is a huge one at the moment. Morocco 4, Angola 1. Getting 1 goal back might well happen for Angola, but launching a full-on comeback, well, it takes a healthy dose of imagination to feel that it's on, but Angola will not be giving up on it for the next 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Pass cut out. Chipped out to the right-hand side. Habaji Pinto can't keep it in. El Aoufi will get it restarted for Morocco. They've pulled away in the second half. 2 brilliant strikes. One from the right side. Erudani. Maybe that was the key goal. After being pegged back at 1-1. Angola were right in the contest. They had chances. Kautar Bentaleb made a couple of good saves at 1-1 for Morocco. But then Erudani from the right-hand side got to the edge of the box. Just rifled in a shot. Powerful. Right inside the far post. Nothing that Nininia could do. And Morocco had the lead back. Then came a moment of magic. Jasmine Demraoui. The half volley, an absolute thunderbolt. It's just rocketed past Nininia and into the back of the net. And at that point, Morocco were 3-1 to the good. And the crowd were right behind them. Morocco riding high. And since then, they've added number 4. Angola looking a little tired as El Madani broke forwards. Victor got in the way. Nininia got in the way. But the rebound came back to Doha El Madani, who was able to simply roll the ball in to make it 4-1. That's where we stand with 2 minutes 52 left to play. A place at the FIFA Women's Futsal World Cup. That's within touching distance now for Morocco. A place at the CAF Women's Futsal AFCON final. That's within touching distance now for Morocco. It's 4-1. Is there anything that Mio Vidal can do about it? Not with that volley. No good connection. Out it goes. Morocco ball. 2:40 to play. Good control, but the ball comes loose. Morocco stopped on the halfway line. The two number 14s battling. El Aoufi beaten by Jungo. Dionisia Jungo turns and passes out towards the left. Abaji. Simba, the flying goalie, back on in the blue for Angola. She blends in with the court surface, really. That particular colour of blue. Shooting chance for Jamila Katombela. It would be great to see her finish off the campaign for Angola, even if they are to go out. A consolation goal for Jamila Katombela would be fitting indeed. Jungo knocks it back. Abadi looks left, shot from distance, and it forces the diving save from Kautar Bentaleb. Beo Vidal firing towards the top corner. Good effort. Bentaleb had time to line up the stop. That's a good corner, and it's nearly deflected in. Dionisia Jungo. There's a chance in that at the back post. Suddenly Bentaleb busy again. Well worked corner. Angola have the ball still. Back it goes. Simba will pick it up on the halfway line. Sends it back out to the left. We're into the last 2 minutes now. Just 100 seconds to go. Chance for the empty netter. And there it is. That will seal the deal for Morocco. Angola were living on the edge. And Miriam Hajri slots in to the empty net. And this one is done and dusted. Angola 1, Morocco 5. They have got the job done at home in Rabat. Disappointment for Rabat Pinto and her teammates. Angola have put in a really good shift today. But the flurry of goals in the second half has left Morocco on the cusp of victory. It forced Angola into using the flying goalie. And the empty net was exploited by Miriam Hajri. Morocco taking the sting out of this semi-final at the end. The scoreline will read as a one-sided victory. In all honesty, it was a very even game until the latter stages of this second half. Morocco just had the extra quality to pull ahead. That's a fierce shot from Jamila Katombela, who's still giving it absolutely everything out there for Angola. It will be a futile effort ultimately. They have established themselves as one of the best teams in Africa, Angola. They would have been worthy of a place at the World Cup. Unfortunate for Angola that there are only 2 on offer, because they've certainly been the 3rd best team in the tournament, maybe even the 2nd best. They'll have a chance to play off for 3rd and 4th place. They've got a chance to add a goal here, surely a foul there. Just over a minute to go. Miriam Hajri, who just added the 5th for Morocco, she takes the yellow card. Quick hand up in apology. Hajri goes into the book. It's El Madani, the number 2 for Morocco, who cannot afford a caution in today's game. Well, this is it now for Angola. It's just about getting a consolation goal if they can. They've been good value for it. Kautar Bentaleb has not had many saves to make in the game, but when she has been called upon, Angola forced her into some really excellent stops. Everyone waiting behind this free kick. Normally, there would be players placed down towards the posts, some passing options, maybe across to the centre or down into the corners. They're trying to surprise Morocco with who fires this goalwards. Surely it will be fired goalwards. They do the train, and it's blasted up and over the top. Jamila Katombela, perhaps the most predictable taker in the end. The players drifted off to the right and to the left. Katombela hit it too high. El Madani trying to sneak through Tadlaoui, who we've not seen much of in this semi-final. An influential player in the group stages. Siham Tadlaoui has had something of a day off in this second semi-final. And we're inside the last minute. And Morocco are heading through. Nininia with another save. Good distribution long down the court. Katobela couldn't quite control it. She has her head in her hands. She offers a thumbs up to Nininia. The chance just slipping away for the consolation goal. They might still get another chance. Still more than 30 seconds left on the clock. Another one sent long down court. This time the control is excellent. Katobela can get back onto it. She's got Biu on the right. Goes for the pass. Angola ball. Last touch came off Madani. And Angola have done their fans and indeed their nation proud in this tournament. Rosario Nandinho's side recording a 5-2 win against Guinea, a 3-1 win against a stubborn Egypt team. And now, for long periods, they matched Adil Sayer's excellent Morocco side. They kept this game in the balance. Had they been able to go 2-1 to the goods early in the second half, we might be looking at a different outcome now. And I think all in all, Angola will have to accept that Morocco just had too much power in this semi-final. Too much quality on the bench. Players who can make a difference throughout the squad. Angola just don't quite have the same level of depth and experience. 5-1 is a harsh scoreline on Angola, that's for sure. But Morocco are good value for this win. Tadlaoui drops it off to the right. Shot is low and it's saved onto the post. Nininia with one last chance, maybe, to show herself at this tournament. And she's come up with another really good stop. The low-angled shots from Meryem Hajri. But these are the final seconds now. Morocco are about to qualify for the World Cup. They're about to qualify for the final. They're onto the court too early. I think there's still 1 or 2 seconds left. That might get some players in trouble. Well, I hope for her sake it's not El Madani who's just jumped onto the court there too early, because you wouldn't want to miss the final for an infraction like that. No, El Madani's out there. She hasn't received the caution. Isabel Vidal will play this back in for Angola, and that will be the end of the semi-final. Morocco are about to make history. Shot blocked. Morocco have done it. Women's futsal history is made for Morocco in Rabat. They've come through by 5-1 against a spirited Angola team. 5-1, a harsh scoreline to say the least for Angola, who gave this a really good go. But this is Morocco's day. They go into the final of the CAF Women's Futsal WAFCON. They go to the World Cup later in the year in the Philippines. The qualifying places go to Tanzania and to Morocco, and those two teams will meet in the final to secure African futsal glory. Credit must go to Angola. What a tremendous effort this has been in the tournament from Rosario Nandinho's team. They can be more than just proud of their efforts. This was level at half-time. The game was in the balance early in the second half. Kautar Bentaleb came up with a couple of really good stops to prevent Angola from going ahead. And then Morocco found the magic that they needed. Erudani with a strong strike from the right-hand side to give Morocco the 2-1 lead. And they never looked back. Jasmine Demraoui with a half volley that found the back of the net. A goal of the tournament contender for sure, as she rifled home from distance. El Madani added the fourth on the rebounds. And then Meryem Hajri rolled into the empty net after Angola tried the flying keeper with Simba on with the goalkeeper's jersey. Morocco 5-1 victors in the end. We'll see who's awarded Woman of the Match, and we'll have a word with the Woman of the Match very shortly.
Premièrement, alhamdoulilah, parce qu'on est qualifié au final. Je suis très fière d'être la meilleure joueuse. وهذا التروفي كنبغي نهديه لكاع البنات والفاميليا ديالي والجمهور كامل اللي كيجي يساندنا، وكنبغي نقول لكم ديما مغرب، وان شاء الله راكم بغا يبقى في المغرب.
So the Morocco players out on the court enjoy their moment. There's confirmation of today's results from the semi-finals.